These little birds are dancing. Good morning. Look at all the birds dancing. Can you see them? They're so small. Let me make this a little bigger. The birds are dancing. You see, they're so small compared to the crow. We have one just above us here. So today we have a lot of potential guests. I see 4 here, and they're journalists. So a large group of journalists are here at Magdala. Good morning, everybody. I woke up a bit late because the journalists were up a bit later last night. So here we are in Magdala at Sunrise Stroll and Chat. We're looking for the sunrise. Here's our lovely little gate. I like these kind of old creaky sounds of an old gate, even though it's brand new. There we got these little birds. There we go. Oh, somebody doing a little exercise here. Good morning. How are you today? You're already on live stream, okay? Okay. So these journalists are not media shy. They are pros of the media. And your first name again is?
I don't know.
Shimshalach?
Lena.
Lena. Welcome.
מצוין.
Boker Tov.
בוקר טוב.
Boker Tov, good morning. And Shimshalach?
ורד.
Vered. Naim Miot. Brucha haba. Good morning, Boker Tov.
Good morning, Father Kelly.
So we already started, okay? Because I slept actually almost into 1 minute before the alarm clock. Can you imagine? It's very seldom the alarm wakes me, but so then my mind is still beginning to wake up. And here you guys are. And we're looking for the sunrise. That's the title of this morning's Sunrise Stroll and Chat here at the Sea of Galilee. Looking for the sunrise. בעברית, אנחנו
מחכים לזריחה.
מחכים
מחכים לזריחה.
לזריחה. מחכים. But I thought מחכים, that's not preparing.
מחכים is waiting.
Waiting. We are waiting for the sunrise. מחכים. And we are looking?
And looking forward.
But how do you say we are looking for the sunrise?
מסתכלים על
אנחנו
הזריחה.
מסתכלים.
מסתכלים.
No, that's where we're seeing it.
Yeah.
We're seeing, but we are looking for it. We are
Looking forward is מצפים.
מצפים.
Anticipating.
And there's another word.
Anticipating.
Okay, this is good. So here we are north of Tiberias. Just here is Tiberias. And we're looking across. There's a little sign of sunrise because you can see that cloud. So somebody said there's not going to be sunrise this morning. There's no more any sun. Well, we got some signs of the sun behind that cloud. Lots of little birds dancing here. Look at all the birds. They're a little far away. Can you hear them? So I think we'll be waiting for a while for the sunrise so we could do more strolling and we can come back in a few minutes. Would you like to see some part of the place? We stroll around. Would you like to do that, or we just wait for the sunrise? What would you?
I'll wait and...
You like to wait? Let's wait for the sunrise then. Because our guest, you see, the guest is always the top decision maker. So we wait. And then north of us here, we have north of Daniel, right? Dan. So just north of there we see the Mount of Beatitudes. Where we have that wonderful message of peacemaking. Blessed are the peacemakers. And then just near there is Capernaum on the Sea of Galilee, and where Peter's house was, where Jesus lived. That was his home base for his public life. You know, sometimes people would look at Jesus and say he is from Nazareth or he was born in Bethlehem, but actually in the public life, his home base was Capernaum. So 80% of Jesus' public ministry was here at the Sea of Galilee. Oh, those are big birds here, but I can't see them now with the camera. They made quite a bit of a startle over there. So, mein at mi Russia?
כן.
Aha, Lena is from Russia originally.
אבל אני בארץ כבר הרבה זמן.
Yes, a long time here. Lena, mein Hashim Lena.
ילנה היפה.
Ulai mi Magdalena.
אולי?
So she even says it could be from Magdalena, you see. A lot of the Jewish, the Russian people here have Christian background from Russia, right? Have intermarriage.
Это греческое имя. זה השם מיוון.
From the Greek mythology. From
Oh, Helena. Ah, of course.
From the
Yes.
the Greek mythology.
Yes, from the Greek mythology, of course. Yes, that's another possibility. Very good, very good. So the water, there's a little bit of breeze this morning and the water is shimmering. It's very peaceful, refreshing. So look at this here. I think we need to look at that shimmering a little bit closer up. There's a nice feeling to it, especially when it's going to be a hot day. It's nice to have the refreshing breeze in the early morning. There we are, look at this. Many people here are saying they are praying for Israel. And of course everybody around the world is praying for peace.
Yeah, here too.
So since the sun isn't up, it's like a morning for more silence. About 10 minutes ago, the fishermen went by in their boat, which is a very nice scene. So I think what we're going to do now, we do every morning, is this is a chat and a stroll. So the chat always has some content. And the content is the readings of the day. And today we are reading Nevi'im, the prophets. All these weeks. We had Micah, we had Hosea, we had Amos, and now we're reading Jeremiah. Yirmiyahu in Hebrew. So you need to be in a strong disposition to read Yirmiyahu, because he's a little bit, well, all the prophets have the same big issue. It's the time of the exile. And they are seeing the exile as a time of renewal. Something new has to happen, because we cannot keep living the way we were. It's a little bit like Corona. There are many questions because of Corona with the lockdown. Why is this happening? What can we learn? Do we go back to the same normal, or do we have a new type of relationship in the world? This is what happens in every crisis, big crisis. Crisis is interesting. When we say the word crisis, we think it is negative, but it's actually a time of discernment, of pondering, of weighing up. And it's interesting, can you think of some people in the time of Corona using these words? Let my eyes stream with tears, day and night without rest. This is very interesting. Can you translate into Hebrew for Lena so she understands? Just so she understands the text. Ah, you understand. Very good. This is chapter 14 from Jeremiah. Let my eyes stream with tears day and night without rest. Insomnia. Over the great destruction which overwhelms the virgin daughter of my people. Over her incurable wound. This is very hard. And you know, you have people with their end of life with cancer, and they're only 30, 35 years old, and they have 2 or 3 little children. Very sad. You know, so there are incurable wounds. Even today, with so much science, so much progress in medicine, so marvelous medical methodologies, you know, they can put in a little gadget and it goes in through your veins like a fish in the water, and it can go and do an operation in your heart. This is amazing. And nevertheless, we have incurable diseases, and so far corona is a problem, a big problem. If I walk out into the field, look those slain by the sword. If I enter the city, look those consumed by hunger. And how many people today are in big problems with economy? And there's hunger. In many countries, we're kind of used to the fact that in some countries people do not have enough to eat, and we kind of accept that. And should we accept that? We cannot accept this. We have to do something. We have to do something. We have to. This has to be a challenge for us, like it is for the prophet. He is challenged by this amazing misery, and this is very powerful, you know. And even the prophet and the priest forage in a land they know not. So now there's a conversation with God. Have you cast off Judah completely? Why have you struck us a blow that cannot be healed? So this is very interesting how in the biblical faith there is a great dialogue with God. And people say what's in their heart to God. Maybe we don't see everything the way we should see it, but we say what's in our heart to God. This is a wonderful place to be. When we are in real trouble, to have somebody to whom we can pour out our heart. When we are in deep trouble, to pour out our heart. What an important opening for us, an important opportunity for us to have somebody to talk to. Imagine the poor people that have nobody to talk to. They are depressed, they are broken, and they have nobody to talk to. No spouse, no friend, no parent, no neighbor, nobody in responsibility, a doctor, nobody, civic leader who can help to deal with the problems. Like somebody yesterday asked, oh, there are the birds. Somebody asked yesterday for prayers for Texas because there were lots of floods or big problem storms and another storm coming. Oh, there's the sun. There's the sun. Look, 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 look. Look, don't miss it. It's coming, peeping out behind the cloud. Look at this. So it was wonderful. The sun didn't let us down. Here we are. You see, the sun does exist. The sun is here today, greeting us. And it's going to be wonderful because with this little bit of cloud, it's going to provide beautiful artwork, heavenly art on the clouds. When there are clouds, there is heavenly art. I'm so happy these journalists are here because I can't wait until people are back, and every morning at Sunrise Stroll and Chat we will have lots of guests. You see, imagine you are here like these reporters and you are journalists and you are able to take your picture when you come back here to the Sea of Galilee. Look at the reflection on the water. Look at this reflection right here. And the sun is not completely out. In fact, the top part of the sun is already being covered again by cloud. So we need to take advantage of this because it's going to become basically invisible. Well, maybe not completely invisible because that cloud doesn't seem as thick as the cloud underneath. But who knows? Let's enjoy what we have right now and be thankful. So a little glimpse of sunlight in the middle of a problem, huh? I want to get over closer here to the water as well. There's a wonderful line in the next part of the reading which says, it's a little bit ironic, and it reminds us of Eliyahu, of Elijah on Mount Carmel. And it says, among the nation's idols, is there any that gives rain? So it's a little, maybe it's just a question, maybe it's more respectful. I tend to see it also a little bit like Eliyahu, Elijah, who was, the word is used even in the Bible, he was taunting the prophets of Baal, and he said maybe God is on siesta, maybe he is not there, maybe he went for a walk, in a very anthropomorphic way. Who can send showers? Where's the cause of our blessings? Is it not you alone, O Lord, our God, to whom we look? You alone have done all these things. So it's amazing. There's the sun now has almost completely disappeared. So then the problem is in its fullness before us. We can't see the sun. And yet there's the recognition that the sun is obviously there. We couldn't deny it. It's obvious. And it's obvious to the prophet that God is the source of all good. Is it not you alone, Lord, our God, to whom we look? You alone have done all these things. And then there's a beautiful prayer as the sun comes out again. For the glory of your name, O Lord, deliver us. And now we're in Psalm 79. Because after we have the text from the scripture, we turn into prayer. And we address God. For the glory of your name, O Lord, deliver us. Help us, O God, our Savior, because of the glory of your name. It's an interesting argument. Like it's trying to convince God that for his sake he should save us. For the glory of your name, deliver us. Sorry, I'm doing it with one hand and then it goes a little bit fuzzy. There we are. Don't forget your screenshots. Oops. There we are. I pressed the wrong thing. I was afraid I cut you off. Oh, look at the sun. It's coming out pretty strong now. There we are. It's not really strong, but comparatively speaking, it's much more than we had today. On other days at this time, we were feeling the heat already. It's interesting, the gospel has a word about the sun and the sunrise. The closing words of the gospel today are, the righteous will shine like the sun in the kingdom of their Father. This is very beautiful. The righteous will shine like the sun. So when you're at home doing a kind deed for your spouse, for your children, doing the right thing, as the righteous do the right thing, then you are shining like the sun in the kingdom of the Father. Isn't that beautiful? May you be blessed in this way. May you shine like the sun today in your family. And the Son of Man will send his angels, and they will collect out of all his kingdom the good. They will shine forever like the sun in the kingdom of their Father. There are also other beautiful texts like this, where the one who leads others to goodness will be like a star in the firmament. Shining, bringing light into the darkness. How many people need that light? They are longing for light, longing for a warm smile of recognition, of acceptance, longing for a little help, a little encouragement. You remember that line we had, he does not break the bent reed or smother the coal under the ashes, but fans it into flame again, straightens up the reed. The righteous will shine like the sun in the kingdom of the Father. How beautiful. So it was wonderful today to have some people with us again, visiting. We're actually very blessed. We have a lot of people in the house, families, children, and this group of journalists, some of whom are up bright and early. So imagine when you come back, the opportunity to walk down to the water in the morning at the Sea of Galilee and await sunrise. Those birds agree. Look at this down here, let me show you. This is what you could do here. So he's just watching for the right spot there, look at that, for that right picture. So now most of the heavy cloud will be over in a couple of minutes, and we'll have a much clearer, brighter sunrise. We can switch back and see Mount Arbel. And the whole world waits for the sun to rise, you know. And here you are with your girlfriend, and you're having a nice chat. There we are, more and more of the sun coming. We need more and more of the righteous doing the good. And there's actually an awful lot more good being done than we realize. It doesn't make the newspapers. I'm speaking a little softer now because the journalists are having their own time, taking their pictures. and a couple of them are chatting. So everybody needs their own space. So I will say goodbye to the journalists because I go walking. This is chat and stroll, sunrise chat and stroll and chat. So there's always a little bit of walking.
כל בוקר אתה עושה את זה?
כל בוקר,
כל בוקר.
מה אתה אומר?
28 דקות.
זה שידור חי? אתה כאילו לשדר את זה, או שזה רק בשבילך?
לא, זה בפייסבוק, זה לייב סטרים. זה בפייסבוק ואחרי ביוטיוב. אני נתן לכם הלינק.
אוקיי.
אוקיי? בשמחה. So,
להיכנס למים זה כאן?
yes. Yes, you can go now.
לא מסוכן.
And to swim?
Yes. אני שוחה עכשיו כל בוקר.
אבל איפה פה?
אני נכנס שם.
שם יותר טוב?
Yeah. Well, no, זה טוב, זה אותו דבר.
זה נקי?
Yeah. It's just a lake, you know, so it's not a beach like the seaside. It's a lake, so a lake is a little different. But you can also go over there.
There it's better?
It's okay. It's okay. Let me finish here first. Just give me a second. I will help you. Okay, people. So I think we're almost there, and delighted that you have been with us this morning. And these are troubling times everywhere, you know. So I think you can read the readings again. You will have the link, and pray for all the needs we have in our world. There are so many needs, and we have people here from Malaysia, from Australia, from Alaska, from Finland, from South Africa, from Hawaii, from East Malaysia. So even from Ireland and from Jerusalem and Tiberias, watching the sunrise here with me. Good morning, God bless you, have a beautiful day. Good night, everybody in the Americas. The sun is going to rise again for you, even if it's dark right now. And that's said in two ways, physically and spiritually, morally. There will be a new... We have to change. The things have to get better. We have to help each other, relate to each other, always better. God bless you. See you later, alligator.